Oh, hello guys, welcome back. I wanted to make a clarifying video, and the gods have been after me for weeks to see it from their end, and I've been seeing it from my end. And you guys know I'm pansexual and gender fluid, so I'm definitely biologically female, but I definitely can identify as a male. So yeah, part of the trans community too. Yay! And there's also this undefiable gender in there that I just had to bitch myself out, bitch the man in me out, and say, you're sitting here feeling sorry for yourself. You've put yourself on the bench. You've withdrawn from being in a family because you're having a hard time and you can't provide for your family the way you used to. Oh, boo fucking who. Let me tell you something about all the men in America right now that can't provide for their families, and they're not fucking running away because I'm really compassionate and gentle with myself. And what the fuck do you think your family wants? A bunch of things or you? And just yelling at myself for a couple minutes, and I'm yelling at myself and angry at myself at the same time. The man in me's like, so it was an interesting experience. I swear I don't have some kind of mental disorder, but I needed to kick my own ass. I was feeling sorry for myself because I can't provide for them the way I used to. Big fucking deal. It's 2020. Americans are just happy to have utilities and food on the table at this moment in time. We're fucking grateful. We are. And the gods have been trying to tell me they don't need things, but it was definitely the man in me. And any gender wanted to provide for my family, and I'd had this big plan, and then I had to order a camera, and there went that big plan. And then I had this plan with the stimulus check. Well, that fucking thing ain't never gonna show up, so there went that plan. So probably be able to do what I did last year, save a lot of Halloween candy because I'm fat and old. I'm not going out into COVID uprise again. So they understand that. They understand there's not going to be any Christmas themed candy, and they're like okay with that. So they'll have a stocking this year. I do it to be cute, especially for Loki. But I said, there's not going to be any gifts. I said, I can cook for you this year. That'll be your gift. I said, but the thing I was planning to get us one of those one of the false ones, fur throws. You know, those really luxurious ones, and it costs like, oof, it costs as much as an actual fur, just about. Like, they're a couple $100s. Yeah, I was going to get us one of those things. I'm like, we really don't have any room for any more books. We don't have any room for any more plushies. We don't need any more cookware. I don't need any more clothes. Um, we don't need anything else. So I'm very happy to just get one thing this year. Maybe I'll just buy us a sampler box from Walmart. I can do that. I can do something tiny. I can do something tiny like that, or a sampler tea box or something, but I couldn't do the big ticket item this year, and I just felt really bad. It's like wanting to get your kids the Xbox or whatever the hell they want this year, and you can't get it for them. So I really needed to bitch myself out and say, if this is the only reason you're walking away because there are people out there that are younger than you and more able to provide for their families, then fuck you. Get back in there and be a man. And sometimes you have to give yourself a pep talk. Sometimes you have to fucking kick your own ass. The government's not coming to bail us out. We know that. Magical Money Fairy ain't coming to bail us out. I can't afford to play the lottery, so I ain't gonna win the lottery. So it's just gonna be, yeah, we'll be able to do something really small. We'll make an event of it. We have had years in my own family where the Christmas presents were stuff we already had, and we just pretended we didn't know we had it. So yeah, I've been here, done this before. It's just the man in me was like, I have to go. I can't provide for you. Go find a better provider. Bullshit. Get in there. Be a fucking man. Be with your family. They don't fucking need stuff. I hope this isn't timely for one of you guys. Your family don't fucking need shit. They need you to be there. To be a provider is to provide presence, not presence. And believe me, I went and looked up all the inspirational kick a man's ass articles I had to until I got my head wrapped around this. They need your presence. They need you in their life. They really don't need a gift. They don't. They do not. I know you want to provide for them. I know you want to get the kids presents. I know you want to get the spouse, whatever. Family doesn't really need that. They really don't. They really don't. They just want to be together. They just want to be with you. The gods have been telling me for weeks, over a month or so now, they don't need stuff. They don't need stuff. But, the man in me inherited my father's very warped view of what masculinity is, and it's that very traditional, very toxic idea of the man must be the provider, the man must give all these things. No, if you are paying the utilities, even if you're not, as long as you are together as a family unit, as long as you are keeping the family together, watching out for them the best you can, that's and I don't like assigning gender roles, but that's it. That's the requirement of being part of a family. It's not getting an Xbox. It's not getting a 12-foot tree. It's not having that brand new home. It's not having a Hallmark style Christmas where they obviously threw millions at the set and you're just sitting there looking at your old tree that's lopsided thinking, yeah, this doesn't depress me at all. And it's none of that bullshit. That's just fancy trappings. It doesn't make life better, and the kids won't remember 2 weeks after Christmas anyways. The family won't remember. It's sold to us by corporations as stuff your family will remember for a lifetime. No, they won't. Who remembers what they got at 4 years old? Really, honestly. I can't even remember most of the presents from my childhood. I really can't. A few? Yeah. Most of them? Now, admittedly, I've had a stroke or two, but you don't remember the presents. You remember the time with your family. Oh God, do I remember the time with my family? But you remember the presents. You remember learning to put other people first and buy them presents instead of going and getting yourself stuff. All kids, usually most kids, have to go through that stage where you have to be gently reminded at some point that the book fair or the whatever fair is about buying for your family, not buying for you. But in my defense, they had a whole bunch of toys this one year, and it never occurred to me because it seemed like it was set up for kids that it was about buying your family gifts, and that's what it was for. To give, I know it's like the weirdest thing, but once the teacher explained it to me, I was fine. And so people got really weird gifts that year. My brother got a Chinese yo-yo, and my mother got some kind of toy. I don't know. I didn't know. As a kid, I didn't know. Nobody explained it to us. It just said you're going to the book fair, and the book fair had books, and the book fair had toys. So what do kids think it's about? So, you do have to learn that it's not things. It's not things. I have no idea what happened to the Chinese yo-yo. I think my brother, I don't know, probably threw it out. I have no idea what my mom did with the toy. I don't know what my parents did with all the presents I got them through the years either, come to think of it. So it's really not what you put under the tree unless, it's something you all want and you all chip in together and you can get it this year, great. But it's not about having stuff to put under the tree. You haven't failed your family if there's nothing under the tree this year. You haven't failed the family if there's no stockings full of candy. If you're together in 2020 and your family hasn't torn apart and a divorce lawyer isn't involved, that's a fucking accomplishment, is what that is. So, they are trying to bring me back over to their side. I tried calling for a pizza again today. I told you guys about this on Patreon. Still don't have a driver, so yeah, at least we're saving money by not being able to order in food. We'll make something. We have food in the house, but I really didn't feel up to cooking, but I can uncook. We'll have cereal or some damn thing. So, if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe. But again, it's not about putting, having expensive things. I know we live in a world that says if you're the provider, you're only the provider if you get all these fancy vacations, all this fancy house, and all these fancy Christmas presents and birthday presents and everything. That has nothing at all to do with being a family unit. It really doesn't. It's about being there for each other, especially in hard times. It's very easy to, walk out the door during hard times and say, even if you think you're doing it for the right reasons, to say, well, I can't provide anymore. That's not what a family needs. Family needs structure. They don't need things. They don't need things. And there's always help out there somewhere if you know where to look for it. If you know to look for, say, food banks or assistance with paying bills or whatever. There's always help out there. The government's not coming at this point. But I just, I wanted to kind of recap with you guys, and if you like what you think, hopefully this was not timely for anybody, but being in a relationship, any kind of relationship, is not about how many things you can give to each other. That's very, that's nice and everything, but after a while, the things are going to end up being thrown out. You're going to end up like I have with a house full of things, and they're nice enough things, but they're not a new thing. So, it never ends. The cycle keeps repeating itself. So if you like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.